The inventor of the Hokey Pokey died recently. Everything was fine until they tried placing the body in the casket. It all started when they put his left foot in. This is not correct. Is that better? That's better. I think my blue is a little too bright. Hey, everyone, I'm Kovar. And I changed my lighting setup, and I don't know, I like it, but at the same time it's not working perfectly. And also I'm seeing my light strip is falling off the ceiling in a few places. So that's great. Anyway, gotta play some Final Fantasy XIV. Patch tonight, huh? The background is supposed to be blue. The foreground is not. No, they're on. They are definitely on. I have a feeling I know what happened. I think... Yeah, there it goes. So the issue was with the auto white balance on the droid cam thing I use. I'll have to remember to mess with that in the future. Auto white balance, it's a joy. You know what else is a joy? Remembering to do this one. I think this looks pretty good, but it didn't at first. Anyway, I got a friend request, and I don't know who that's from, so I'm gonna ignore it for now. I'll ignore that for now. Yep. Oh, that's you? Accept. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna hand this one some brand wine. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the nun personally. I don't remember what voice I was doing for him. Now you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel to Aldenar this time to obtain it. Okay. Oh, I need a reward. I'll take the money. Let's talk to him again. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Brayflux, my old quartermaster, wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there's been some trouble at the Long Stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. Though I would like nothing more than to aid her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak with Ozun Nazun. He will direct you to Raincatcher Gully, where Brayflux and her people have made their home. What I should do is when I'm going to play Final Fantasy XIV, is just rewatch part of the previous stream just so I can remember what I need to do. Things we do for cheese, that is... Where is that? Oh, it's just over there. Okay. I can do that. Let's see if I can navigate my way up there. Yeah, just along the beach. Whoa! There we are. Yeah, that's not far at all. Come on, you can do it. I knew if I believed hard enough, he'd make it over that. Okay. And this feels wrong. It might not be, but it feels... Yeah, this is... Nope. Okay, we turn around and try again. Once again, I am not exactly the best navigator, although in this case, I don't feel like I screwed up too badly. The map doesn't really make these things super obvious on this particular instance. Okay, up top. There we are. Ooh, a large buffalo. I don't know. I went to Yellowstone and saw some buffalo, and they didn't really look like that. Okay, here we go. This is more like it. What do we have here? Oh, it's a little one. What's the hurry, Ventura? Hey? Something happened over at the Gobby settlement? I don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen. But go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Okay. Skipper over yonder. You look like a skipper. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Oh, no, that's completely wrong. We're going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? That's why I zoom in. So I can come up with at least a vaguely appropriate voice. Alright. And then... from here, I've got to go all the way across. Okay. I can do that. Not really even that far. I do like this water, though. Okay, and then I guess we're going to go up here and around. I really like the go over here gameplay. It makes me feel like I'm playing Metroid Prime. Alright, we're almost there. Brayflox Altox. Tongue-laps of whiskey be reaching ears of Brayflox. Uplander has come for tasty fresh gobby treats, yes. First prize of Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased gobby flock from homes. Gobby flock needs goodly Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand-lending. Yes. Sure. Unable to join party. Okay. Try that again. Now I can join. And then, so this is a dungeon. Cool. Wait, no, I can't start it, can I? Yeah, I have to... There we go. There we go! Because I'm on the free trial! I legit would not be playing this game if I weren't on the free trial. It's good, but, I don't have any intention of going beyond the free trial. I like games that I can pay for and own. I'm not a big fan of subscriptions. Because I'm cheap. Oh crap, I forgot to light up my PlayStation lights back there. Oh well. No big deal. The on-air is lit. Alright. Oh, you guys are just going right past everything. Okay. Looks like actually the goal was to have a bunch of enemies in one place at a time. A good goal. There we are. A lot of enemies. You obtain a run-stop headgate key. I like this. This isn't like the other dungeons. Feels
more unique. So, like, less like a dungeon and more like a place, you know? I do wish Mix could be on here with me, but alas, they recently got a new job that frequently has them working during my stream times. Okay, what do we got next? Ooh. Pelican! I know how to take care of you. Basically the same way I take care of everything. Although I tell you, more and more, I'm wishing that I could, whoops, wrong button. That I had taken Mix's advice and gotten a, one of them MMO mice with, you know, 12 buttons on the side. Because, anything I want, can't use that. Because, well, you know, Control 8 is hard to hit with the left hand. Okay, I'm catching up. I'm catching up, don't worry, I'm not that far behind. I don't rightly know how much I did, but that's okay. Hand lending. Someone's looking for some hand lending. Inferno Drake. More of an Inferno Josh kind of guy myself. That was a bad joke, but I don't apologize for it. If I tell enough bad jokes, then after the stream, A-Russ8's gonna give me a hard time. One of my chief goals in life is to make her sigh at my irritatingly bad jokes. The best ones are the ones that don't even work in any way. Non-stop water gush. Call it a water gush, I just call it a spring. This isn't a spring, this is a swamp. Hey! He's running away from me, which is good, but it makes it hard to hit him. Because they're smaller, I don't know how true that reasoning is, but that's how it feels like. Should I use that? Okay, fine. I'll use a different attack then. That isn't disabled. Don't know why I can't use half of my attacks. But I can't say I'm loving that. Oh, maybe it's because I wasn't targeting anything. That would do it. There's another. Okay.
This guy's seeming awfully boss-like.
The long stop front block is no longer sealed. Anything worthwhile in here? Probably not, but nope. That's a good thing when I lag behind doing that, though. That way I won't be the one drawing aggro. Which was not my job. But it's very easy to do. To impatiently get in the front of the pack when I shouldn't, as I am not a tank. And what have we here? We have a cutscene? We have a cutscene! Level 32 Ayatar. It's going down slowly but surely. I haven't screwed this up for everyone yet. It's not too late for me to do so, though. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now I'm taking damage like a fool. Might be a stupid question, and now is definitely the wrong time to be asking it. But is there a way to increase the transparency on these windows that show up over the icons when I hover over stuff? Oh, no, crap. There we go. Level up! Yeah, I wasn't expecting to do a dungeon right at the start of the stream, but I'm sure not complaining. And then treasure coffers. Anything I can use? No. Well, that was fun. All right. Now, system configuration. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to make my UI more transparent. I still could have screwed up. It wouldn't have mattered, is a kitten. But that doesn't mean I didn't screw up. That just means I got carried. I don't think there's a way to do what I want to do. That is a shame. Unless... Wait. No, that's not it. I just want, when I hover over something, you get that giant blue box next to it, for that giant blue box to be a little more transparent. But I do not believe that to be... Oh, that's cool. That nice and low 10. I do not believe that to be a thing this game has. So, oh well.
Scuh! Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobby Flock. Flighty beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fight, he think. Ray Flock's happy gives tasty fresh Gobby treats to clever Uplander. Jesus, stinky sweet Gobby treat. Special make with secret Gobby arts. No party complete without Gobby Gouda. Bray Flocks every say.
Okay. And then we go back to... Costa del Sol. I don't have tickets for that. I'm wondering. Macros. Oh, interesting. Controls. I thought there was a way to change how you run around stuff when you're locked on to stuff, but maybe I'm imagining that. System. No. You can set opacity, huh? Okay. We're off to a side quest. FFXIV. Opacity. Character configuration. Of course that's where it is. Oh. Character. Wait a minute. There, character configuration. Aha! Bring that up to 40. HUD. I can't find the opacity I'm looking for. Air transparency. Chat log. Oh, and I can do individual elements, but how about specifically the pop-ups? Or okay. That's okay, but that's not what I was looking for. A layout. Yeah, it doesn't show one for, like, the things that hover over hotbars. I can make an individual thing more transparent. But that's not really what I'm looking for. Oh well, oh well. Tooltip, thank you. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Help window element. I see. Layout. Did it say that was in HUD layout? Yeah. Help window element. Not seeing help window. You have to change it to fixed position first. I see. I see. I see. I see. Text. I'll get it figured out eventually. Character configuration, UI settings, help. Position fixed. Apply. And then it puts those all down there. Oh, and then it'll show up in the HUD layout. And there I can first of all move that up there. That's a good place for that. And then I can set it to 50% transparency. Okay. Leave that one there. I will also set that to like 50%. Okay. Okay, that kind of works. But also kind of not. Okay. We're getting there. Let's play configuration. It's my favorite game. Is changing settings. I want to move it a little higher, but it's pretty close. Okay, okay. HUD layout. I'm amazed at how high that needs to be not in the way. Probably want to set it to match the item help height. There we go, like that. How about that? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Except now it's in the way. Am I stupid? Okay, new idea, new idea. We're just gonna put this over here and it'll be out of the way. Sure, why not? Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then now we gotta talk to where'd he go? He's right there. He's just behind this guy, and that threw me off.
I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem.
Yeah.
By the gods, that unholy stench. This is indefinitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? Ah, it's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use.
Okay. More crap I can't... Ooh. This is actually worth it. And that means... we're changing shoes. I'm changing a lot of things. Okay, cool. I get to make a new thumbnail for the next stream. Great.
Bravo, Kovar! Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And, well, you're there. Give Shamani Lomani my regards.
Okay. That is... way over there. We're teleporting. I'm more of a whiskey guy than wine myself, but I do see the appeal. I like wine. Hello, Shamani Lomani.
Sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I am mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order. Let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. And the paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. There's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gegaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Durstwaite and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast. Hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect.
I wish to complete the quest.
Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as mercenary. Of course, say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Waistcoat must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Berglandt, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance.
A winery's a business. I'll pay medium dollar for it. I'll pay at least $1 for it.
What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock.
Crap. Chat log settings. How do I go back to what I missed? Oh, there it is.
I would sooner serve you Kubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight!
Okay. I'm gone, I'm gone. No. Move out of the way.
I take it he said no? Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say that I am surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsalominsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach.
And what does that approach look like? Potions, huh?
There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines! Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport! Ahem. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But, as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bergelaint to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them.
Okay. This is quite a trek for some pretty good wine. I gotta go behind these buildings. Okay. I can do that. Hiding back. Oh. I gotta go up there. Okay. I don't know why I bother sprinting. The chocobo's so much better. Sprint is only useful when I literally can't use a chocobo. And I know that. I know that full well at this point. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. Used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. I thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house! Okay. Well, next word we go. Next word. That's not a word. And yet I said it anyway. If forward and backward can be words, so can next word. What? Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Well, that paid off in spades. And I guess we shall go back and talk to... what is the name again? Kaporga. Shamani Lamani. Again.
No luck. Most regrettable. But we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Oh, I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Okomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that the wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may be forever lost to us.
I will take the potion of dexterity.
I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I could not bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that a man named Drest took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Drest sometimes works at the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritzgild can tell you where to find him.
Strength based for the damage, just for the future. Good to know. Thank you. Okay, and now we're going... Where are we relative to this? We're nowhere near. Okay, this could be a while because I foolishly... Surely there was a crystal there that I could have tuned to and I just didn't, right? Oh no, this isn't that far. What am I talking about? This is right there. I don't know why. I'm having a lot of fun doing that voice. Okay, here we are at the docks, and here is Riskilt.
Rest? Oh, you mean the hermit? Aye, I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hells don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String.
Severed String. It's all the way over there. Okay. You know what this game really needs, or at least A Realm Reborn really needs, is for the enemies to be remotely challenging in the overworld. Spent a lot of time at level 48 walking past level 34 enemies. It's like, there's no point in fighting them at all. Level 33, like, okay. And I get part of the reason they do that is because, you know, players can start in different areas and all that. And I think also they've kind of scaled a lot of stuff based on later expansions. I don't know. All I know is that I am severely overleveled for everything that I encounter just wandering around. Okay, let's look in here. Hello. What do you want? I want to give you this wine. Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Oh, it's Dynamis' fault. Good to know. Well, thanks for the info. Can't do anything with it, but it's good to know, nonetheless. Drest is suffering from extreme duress. You should call him Durest. Another bad joke, Russ8. Tally it up. I can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing. It keeps me awake. I'm not... I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. This guy losing his mind? I'm very lucky, Russ8. And I am luckier still that after the stream's over, that's plenty of time for you to forget all the terrible jokes I've made. Why did I go right past it? There we go. They're up here somewhere. And I will find them. Oh no, they're over here. Found one. let's do some damage! It seems like some of these swarms are being slain without my involvement. Now that's how you speed run. Have other people play the game for you. Okay, I'll take it though. Back in there, I get to do nervous guy voice as well. That's a fun voice. Is he still gonna be panicky and nervous now that the... Even though we just passed by more, they're still around, but... You know, we did the quest, so as far as he's concerned, they're gone.
It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the Maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others... No one else survived! I didn't ask for this, damn it! I'm not even Garlean! They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway across the world. I just want to go home. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same.
Shells for bells? Okay. Not that far from here. And here we go. We've got... They're just in the water. Okay. Interacting. 1 out of 3. There's number 2 over there. These are kind of slightly tricky to get. Certainly if this were real life, I'd find that quite tricky. I have a very bad balance. Okay, this one's easier. And then we go back to... Back up there, okay. I can do that. Give me music game, give me music game. I would like some music right now. There's some music. Get over there. I gotta change how that shows up when it's in this scene. Looks a little weird. That's okay. I don't want to play this though. This isn't the music I want. Okay, and then, yeah, we're almost there. I could have teleported. That would have been faster, but that was so close. That would have been a waste.
It's been some time, Kovar. What news do you have of Drest?
I have some palm wine.
Ah, yes. I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I shall have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I. 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Kovar.
Complete. I'm going to change this. I made that too high. I'm going to set that down to 20. It's going to be over there anyway, you know. Actually, help. Bring that down to 20 also. There we go. And then I talked to... Oh, no, I talked to you again.
By the gods, Kovar, listen! I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've just discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers.
I ride my bird back and forth. I ride my bird back and forth. Okay. Okay. I'm not bitter about it. While we walk, I'm going to eat this cherry. It's a good cherry. But it's very whiskey soaked. Goodness. I was not prepared for that. Nonetheless, it is good. We found jarred cherries that are cheap and good. Because there's nothing quite as unfortunate as having a nice old-fashioned or other fancy cocktail and ruining it with a cheap, bright red, artificial maraschino cherry. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're sweet, but they're not great. They're not what they could be. On the other hand, you get your good Luxardo cherries. Those things are friggin' expensive. I don't want to spend 30 bucks a jar. These ones are like $3 or $4 a jar. Fairly cheap. And good. That's a good combination.
Oh, hello again. What is it?
Leaves.
It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gooboid tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gooboids are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself.
It's okay. I am over-leveled. Okay, where's the goobo? Gotta be right here, right? Destination! There we go. Ripples in the water catch your eye. Oh, there you are. I can take you on. Maybe I want something between 20 and 50. Try 35 next. Well, just the fact that it's out of the way does wonders. Okay. When I go back up there, okay. Yeah, whiskey cherries. One of the great joys in life. At least one of my great joys in life. I've said it before and I'll say it again. though I am quite fond of drinking myself, I also am quite fond of supporting people who are or must be sober. Whether it's because they're underage or because they have dealt with alcoholism. It's important to be supportive, you know? And heaven knows I have had my share of underage people watch my stream, and make no mistake, I do not support underage drinking. But I do support drinking as an adult in reasonable amounts. Because it's good, and it tastes yummy. Okay, let's talk to you again.
Ooh, what did Drest have to say, Kovar? Tell me everything!
Can we plant this?
I was right! Smell this texture I hold in my hands, a Bacchus grapevine cutting!
Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could. "12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen?"
You see, is a kitten, I respect that. There are 1,001 reasons people don't drink, and every single one of them is valid.
What? You would offer this to me, but why?
There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Berglind. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting.
I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of Wineport's legendary Bacchus wine.
I said across. There's no T in that word. I know better.
Sir, you need... wait. The shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be... a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity.
It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say.
He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gigaruju will find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Kovar. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. But do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Waistcat.
I can do that.
Well, yes, I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection.
I appreciate that. After you stood there and I did literally all the work. And then we go to Costa del Sol. And there's just Whites, but behind him is our friend Whiskey. Hello. Nope.
Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So, what of the wine I asked you to bring?
Here it is.
Is that 7 hells? A 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you. But congratulations, Kovar. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin.
I can tell her that. Hello.
have the look of a man who's been to the seventh hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals for a banquet held in his own honor. And this while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace.
Wait a minute. Is she implying that I'm the guest of honor or something?
Lady Stola, Sir Lockhart! 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, sir. Had I known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals.
I think I am the guest of honor. Now he must have sensed something was amiss.
You didn't seriously think I would send you running the length and breadth of Eorzea for a banquet, did you?
Spare him your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Koar has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten him?
Aye, fair's fair. There's no sense hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured, not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found him wanting, he would be rejected without a second thought. But if he proved himself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support his cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy.
Which is why the 5 of you deigned to test Kovar with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I am sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows?
He's a brave one, that much is certain.
He willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost him his life.
His skill is undeniable. He stalked his prey as relentlessly as any child of sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself.
Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Kovar, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain he has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at his side. Scaw! Wily Uplander is talentful plantmaker, tricksy foe for mighty rockman.
I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We 5 of the Company of Heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Koar Lockhart, and write down a new chapter in the history of Eorzea.
Wow, wow, wow. This is the Final Fantasy main theme. Sick.
With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers, pour the wine, eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Koar Lockhart, Titan's Bane.
Kovar Lockhart, Titan's Bane! That's all it was for me. I guess I'm the big guest of honor today. Bronze-skinned beauty. Oops. Those ears. That's funny to me, the earrings just up top like that. I don't know why.
Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun.
Okay. What next? Oh, an exotic feast. Yum. Ah, video game food. It always looks so out of place. I can't read that. Okay. I still can't read it. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Okay. Hello, Shamani Lamani.
When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone.
Okay.
Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Cobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time.
Kovar, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landanil sends his regards. There's the other two.
You are a veteran of countless battles, Kovar. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail.
You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think.
You are kind to indulge them, Kovar. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again.
Okay. I don't know that I'm going to have time to fight Titan. I might. I don't know how long it'll take.
You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lanoskia. There you will meet with Rill, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, you will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at the 3 locations I mark. Only then will I appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method.
Okay. Ah, crap. Okay. Wineport. We're going to Wineport. And what will we find there? Nothing. But we can go northish from here. South and then north. North and south and all around. Okay. Find the place to go, and I will not hesitate to attune up there once I get there. That is important. Deeply, deeply important. I want to have them all attuned. That is one of my goals in this game. Fate? I don't want to do a fate. There. It's defeated. Look at me being productive by being present. Another one! I'm not doing that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to zoom in on the map. I'm going to find the spots. Alright. I gotta go up top. How do I get up there? This seems challenging. Oh, wait. This might do the trick. That's right. I want to do a tune of the crystal anyway. That's top #1 priority. Oh, yeah, I could reach up here just fine. I gotta say, making a secret signal that involves whistling in 3 locations, I don't think a lot of people are gonna figure that one out. 1. And then there's gonna be 2 over there. Back where I just came from. Nope. Come on. There you go. And then number 3 should be up here. Yep, there it is. I see it. There we go. Where's the 4th location now? It's just across here. Okay. Did I attune to this? I did. I already forgot. Is it in the building? No. Is it up here? How do I get up there? There's the real challenge. Whistling, that's the easy part. Finding these stairs over here, that's the hard part. Ah, there he is. I see you, bud. What's your face so I can do an appropriate voice?
Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Oh, I thought so. Pay attention now, because I'm explaining myself twice. Myself. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beast from an Aetherite sea. What's that look for? Not familiar with him?
He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those which you have used on countless occasions, Kovar.
Ah, well, if it ain't this Charlene lass, welcome back.
Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. Tunnels beneath Ogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered.
Ah, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you've got hundreds tons of rock on your noggin. So decided to even try, see? Funny thing was, kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding a way around. And it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ogomoro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood the reasons that the kobolds must have one, didn't it?
Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ogomoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream.
Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Chilean bloke to help us, see. Delivered us right in Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't not any Chilean scholar worth of salt couldn't manage.
Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happen to be... yes. But in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend on whether or not I am worth my salt.
Oh, you are, lass. Don't worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at Aetherite? That ain't far.
And there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. I can't handle mind. Can I handle mind? Okay, where is this? Selma's Run, which is just north of here. Okay. The way there is somewhere. Not, oh, is it around back here? No, it is not. Okay, I'll find it. Might take me a while, but I will find it. Let's try going up these stairs. Yeah, here we go. Told you I'd find it. Oh, it's all the way down here. Okay. That is quite easy. Turn. And then turn. I overturned. I hear combat. Why do I hear combat? Beastman Aetheryte. Interacting. Okay.
Oh, this is the Aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan's Sanctuary. It is as Papilloma speculated. In its present state, this Aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Kovar. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape.
Okay.
Fear not. I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the Aetheryte signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own.
I think that's the wrong voice for her.
Now let us see if I am worth my salt.
I think her voice needs to be a little higher. I can't do a little higher right now.
They've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation.
Okay. The navel, now accessible. Deeper. Wow. So stint not in your... I don't know. Can I do this in 7 minutes? Party leader has registered for the duty. I'm assuming yes. Commence! There's a bit of cherry stuck in my teeth. It's not ideal.
Look! An overdweller! Yes! Yes, an invader from above! He uses our Aetherytes against us! He's defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespassed, violated, defiled.
Overdwellers must leave! Overdwellers must fly!
Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by the Lord of the Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limzolo Minsa and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers! O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you! Titan, we summon you! O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you! Titan, we summon you!
Oh boy. This is gonna be the good stuff right here. That's Titan. His ponytail's higher than mine. Mine's in the back. He has come! He has come! The Lord of Crags Titan has come!
Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vile kind coveteth ever the blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance.
Okay! Duty commenced! Knowing that we have a good healer, I will just do whatever I want and be fine.
I shall grind thee beneath my heel, mortal.
Oh, you missed. Okay, he's at it again. I shall grind you beneath. Oh, crap! I will accept the raise. I misread the orange circle. I thought I had to be at the edge, not that I couldn't be at the edge. Why can't I target? There we go.
Tremble before the might of the earth.
There, now I can do damage again. See, and y'all say, oh no, I can't screw up, there's a healer to take care of you, and I'm like, no, I can still find ways to screw up no matter what game I'm playing, even something I'm actually good at like 2D Mario. Okay.
The Lord of Crags, great father Titan, has fallen!
Yeah. Yeah, he has. Oh no, I'm gonna get a crystal cutscene. There it is. I knew that was gonna happen. Up into the sky. That's 2 down. Fighting any freight. Who's the next? Bahamut? Alexander?
The crimes of the overdwellers shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten. No, no, never! 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, and never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy!
I only wanted to defeat Titan. I don't care about you lot.
Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon.
You've seen enough.
We proceed as planned.
Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities.
And trust in mine, Titan. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little while longer. Is that not so?
It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true. But while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war.
Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend.
Cannot endorse this course of action.
Fool. And now he has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Farther you have come, your work is far from done. She saw him! And not remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will. That they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? Did you teleport too? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I've taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. We'll follow on. There's something I must investigate before I depart. I'll teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Count Bronze Lake. Agreed? Yes. That's a cool teleport pose. Exit! And then, once again, I will find where the, just gonna teleport there. I will place myself right in front of the next main story quest. But not do it. So that next time I play, I'm ready to go. Anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all very much. You guys are the best. Seriously. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. And then next Saturday, more Hollow Knight. Hey, we're getting pretty close to starting Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm real excited for that one. Anyway, until next time, I wish you all peace. Bye-bye.